Hi, I'm Shea Gallante. I'm the chef at Cru, and today we'll be making fresh black bass with live razor clams, sauteed fresh ramps, Hon-Shimeji mushrooms, and marinated spring garlic and cherry tomato relish. The longest item will be the drying of the grape tomatoes, so we're going to go through the process of how we get to the point of drying them. So what we do is we just take a small sharp knife and we just make a small incision in the bottom of the tomato. It's an age-old concept. Is just applying heat and shocking with cold water in order to kind of blister the skin. Done properly, it'll feel just like it did when it was raw, but it won't have any skin on it. And we would just toss them in blood orange juice, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. Like they're glazed, and we just put them into a 200-degree oven, and we cook them for approximately, it would take an hour and a half to 2 hours. At which point, they would look like this. My cooks call them tasins, tomato raisins, like a nickname. So next we have our spring garlic. We're going to thinly slice it. Just cover it in olive oil. You're going to put that over a very low heat to kind of let it confit or steep. You're going to add the balsamic to it, just like a regular vinaigrette ratio. This is a finalized product of the marinated spring garlic. What we're going to do is we're going to take that into a small bowl. We have the cherry tomatoes that we made. We're going to put that in. And as well as we're going to add some chopped tarragon to this. So you want to just mix that up. You want to season it. A little bit of fresh pepper. Tastes good. These are live razor clams. Take your knife along the bottom of the shell. You don't want to cut the clam in half, so you just want to make an incision. We want to take these, and what I do is I just take it like this, and I pull it back against which way it normally wants to go. And what we want to do is we want to put one finger gently on top of it to keep it from moving. We're going to slice it down the middle to basically butterfly it. We're going to make a quick little stock, so we take the edge of our knife and we just scrape out the byproduct of this clam, cover it with liquid, and you want to just steep it. We're going to lay them flat. With a sharp knife, we're just going to cut them in julienne. You want to put them in the pot and heat them just as they're kind of still alive and they still have some nerve left in them. We have our ramp. So what we do is we remove the leaves from the stem of the ramp, slice the bulb in half, thinly slice the stem. The bulb that you've cut in half, you want to thinly slice that as well. Kind of want everything to be the same size. We're going to cut these leaves in about 3/4-inch squares. We have pretty much everything prepared. We have our Hon-Shimeji mushrooms, which we've trimmed down to this size. You want all equal size. What we want to do is we want to take our fish, our black bass. What I like to do is take the skin, and I like to score it. Just want to gently just pierce the skin, about every 1/4 inch. So what we're going to start by doing is sauteing the ramp stems that we sliced up before. You just want to gently sweat them. So we're going to start with the Hon-Shimejis first, because they're going to take the longest. We want to season it with a little sea salt and fresh pepper. Want to get our second pan ready to go. Start the fish so everything comes out at the same time. And you want to keep these moving around the pan. They're very thin, and they're not necessarily fragile, but it's a green leafy item. And it can sear and brown very quickly. Deglaze with the clam juice. I'm just going to let that simmer. We added the proper amount of mushroom stock, a touch of sherry wine. As you'll see in the end when we finish it with a little bit of sherry vinegar, you want to put the acid in the end because it'll change the color of the ramps and it'll turn brown. Okay, we're going to season our fish. Fresh salt and pepper. See how it curls up? What you want to do is you just want to take your fish spatula and you want to press it down. Gently enough just to make it flat, but not too much that you're kind of damaging the flesh of the fish. So at this point, our garnish is ready. We want to add the razor clams. Once the razor clams go in, we don't want to really cook it too much longer. I can see the change in the color, which means they're just about cooked. It's coming along nicely. What you want to do is you want to cook the fish halfway on the skin side, and then you want to flip it and cook the fish halfway on the other side. So we're just about there. We have a nice evenly browned, crispy skin. What we want to do now is take the clams. We're going to finish it with a little bit of, at this point you want to use good olive oil and 2 drops of sherry vinegar. You want your garnish to be glazed. See how it's kind of a glaze in the pan? See how when I move the pan, see how it runs in the pan? It's not too liquidy, it's not like too viscous. Take some small diced butter. We put it into the pan with half a teaspoon of shallots and chopped thyme, and you just kind of spoon the butter over the fish. Don't be afraid because all of this butter stays behind. It doesn't carry over into the dish, so don't say, oh my God, all that butter. So next what we want to do is we want to plate it. Put a little bit of the clam mixture in the middle. Go right out of the pan on top with the fish. And if you can see, you'll see just the right amount of consistency from the garnish, and you get all the natural juices from the fish falling down through. And we just want to take these chive flowers, you know, they're beautiful. They add nice color and, again, a beautiful, vibrant flavor. Makes the dish look beautiful. Roasted black sea bass with razor clams, Hon-Shimeji mushrooms, and fresh ramps with grape tomato and marinated spring garlic topping.